Welcome to Detachment and Loss, Part 9 of this 12-part Wisdom series. These teaching programs are made possible by Your Own World Books, publishers of the Colburn Bible and God's Child Covenant by Marshall Masters. Please feel free to share complete and unedited copies of these programs with others. For more information, visit virtualserenity.com.
In our everyday lives, we are attached to things such as shiny red sports cars. We spend great sums of money for them and all the attendant duties of ownership. This we happily do for a few thrilling hours of excitement behind the wheel. When life is good, we can easily afford the things we do to keep our shiny new sports cars racing down the road, and willingly so, even gladly so. Simply because we can. In the cataclysmic years ahead, our shiny red sports cars will become abandoned wrecks scattered alongside mostly impassable roadways. Then our attention will turn from driving shiny red sports cars to the more mundane need for shiny cans of stewed red tomatoes, or whatever else will ease our hunger in the night. This may sound odd now, but in the days to come, finding a dusty can of stewed red tomatoes will be more thrilling than the memory of driving a sports car. That is, if we can forget our attachments to them and all the other useless clutter of our present-day material lives. Herein is an issue of vital importance to all those who wish to survive the coming cataclysm. Daydream about your sports cars and the other clutter of your past, and you'll be too preoccupied to notice those half-buried cans of stewed red tomatoes. In the future, a sense of detachment will help nourish both your stomach and your soul.
Welcome. We are the Elohim, and we will be speaking of you in a different manner today, of your fellow man, of your family, of your friends and your co-workers. We will be speaking to you today of detachment. It is not truly an opposite of attachment, but for us to explain detachment, we have to explain the process of attachment. Many of us get attached to material objects, such as a car, a house, a ring, painting, or all of the material things that surround you. We become attached to those. It becomes part of our identity. It becomes such an integral part of who we view ourselves as that we lose ourselves in that attachment. We can attach ourselves to outcomes as well. Family dramas, dramas at work, negative scenarios between people. We become attached to the outcome. we become attached to a success or failure ratio. We will tell you in this moment that success is never measured by the outcome, but rather by the steps taken, the action, if you will. When we look at attachments, we attach ourselves emotionally, mentally, sometimes physically, to people, to places, to things, to emotions. They become our source, again, of identity. We would tell you how important it is to detach yourself from that bondage of outcome, of control and manipulation of a scene, a scenario, a family issue or process. When you can begin to move through your day without attachment to your home, to your car, to your boss's mood, to the price of milk, you will effectively free yourself from that which binds you to a lower vibration. Some of you who are listening to this will say that means to give up one's emotions, and we would simply say to you that is not true. To have no attachment to an outcome means that you are simply letting it unfold without becoming a part of it, without an investment, so to speak. So detaching yourself from the whole premise that there has to be an outcome that you can perceive has to be let go. For when you let go and become detached is when you can truly experience the emotions that are uniquely designed for the human experience. We know for many of you listening that this may be somewhat difficult to follow, but we would simply ask that you let these words resonate within you and try to test your own ability to let go of something. Choose one thing for every day that you are not going to attach an outcome to. And you will know how freeing and liberating it is to the soul and the spirit. We thank you.
What do you do when those you love refuse awareness? What do you do? After all, the very thought of losing someone you love is excruciating, because such losses create permanent emptinesses in our life, and they can never be refilled quite the same way. Consequently, when we come to awareness and gaze into the future, what do we feel? We first feel the fear of losing those dear to us, and so we raise the alarm to warn them. Yet when we warn those who are not aware, we tend to become a thorn in their sides. Why do such noble sentiments fail us? It is because awareness is always buried just beyond the thorn's reach. Therefore, to press the issue against those you hold dear will only frighten and anger them, and no good can come of this. Always remember that awareness is a personal possession, one that can only be set free by those who possess it. You cannot free that which you do not possess. This is why you must respect their lack of awareness, as painful as that may be. In difficult circumstances such as these, you must stand back so that you can stand in your knowing and hold it privately unto yourself. Why is this necessary? Not all of us are destined to see the years beyond 2012. Each of us made our own covenant with the Creator before we incarnated, to make it to, through, or beyond the coming global cataclysm. That is why each of us becomes aware at different times and in different ways. This is also why it is imperative to respect the awareness of others, as well as their self-imposed lack of it. Focus instead on your own preparation so that you can help them when the time comes, if it is to come. If not, respect their covenant with the Creator, no matter how much pain it will cause you. Do this now and begin to enjoy their company each day. Cherish each moment as though it were a beautiful desert flowering after a summer rain. Momentarily vibrant in the senses, we know it will wither away to be reborn. But for the day, it is ours to enjoy. This is called the long goodbye, and it is your quiet burden, to love and enjoy the company of those you hold dear, while respecting their right to free the awareness within them in a time and a manner of their own choosing. If they choose not to set it free, that too is their rightful choice. If a loved one's 2012 destiny follows a shorter path than your own, then yours is the longer covenant with the Creator. That is all there is to it. When they do pass from you, the loss of a long goodbye will be endurable. Without it, the loss will be sudden, and the grief it creates will diminish your ability to carry on for yourself and those who depend upon you. If your covenant with the Creator leads you on a longer path, begin saying your long goodbyes now, but only if you must. As you do, gather precious moments as loving memories with the greatest of care, for they will comfort you in the lonely nights to come. Awareness is a choice, and the long goodbye is a way to honor their covenants and yours as well. In the next teaching in this series, the Elohim will explain the nature of duality and how to use it for survival.
These teaching programs are made possible by Your Own World Books, publishers of the Kolbrin Bible and God's Child Covenant by Marshall Masters. The Kolbrin Bible is a two-part wisdom text. This secular anthology offers the wisdom of hundreds of ancient authors, and the many harbinger signs of their prophecies are now converging on 2012. God's Child Covenant is a romantic action drama set against a global tribulation. It offers a realistic yet hopeful vision for the future, because 2012 will be less about what is in your bunker and more about what is in your heart. A printed transcript of this entire teaching series is available. For more information, visit virtualserenity.com.